Hi, Paul. Nice to meet you in virtual space. This will be some video feedback for you on your first milestone, the print ad. And any suggestions I make, when I'm moving your ingredients around, just take them as that, as suggestions. I'm not, it's not my way or the highway. Anyway, good going, and I look forward to seeing how your banner shapes up. Paul, nicely packaged, and I see that you have your screenshots. This will be useful when you compile your final reflection document. And okay, so that's clever. So you used the way the can was embedded in the sand and replaced it with the crystals. Nice idea. Really nice idea, and I like the way it creates this central shape, this diagonal across the page. So in terms of design, I think it's really very clean and wonderful, and it's evocative of what the resort logo is. It reflects the resort logo. Just right off the bat, though, I would not isolate the word "a" on its own line. Perhaps make this all a single line of caps. Take a break, and that's really all you need. You probably will need some contact information, perhaps a URL too. If you add that, or when you add that, make sure it's very small. I don't think it needs to be large, and I would just let the silhouette of the amethyst crystal sort of sing. Be careful, though. There seems to be like a little halo around some of the crystals, at least where they contrast against the seascape. But I'm really not going to say much more than this because you've got good ingredients. You've kept it simple. Consider, maybe not using the logo that's in a box. It is kind of crystalline form, but, I think I would prefer to see it, it would be cleaner to see the logo just float on top of the sand, sort of discreetly. I think the scale is good. The position is perfect. But the box, I think, makes it feel a little constrained. Now, Paul, when I open or attempt to open your file, I'm getting these error messages, which say that the images are linked, but they're not embedded. So I'm just going to click through here and show you what a bare bones document we get if you don't embed. Here's where I would have, maybe moved images around and so on. I won't be able to do that, but that's okay. I had mentioned, maybe making this a single line. I like that you letter spaced it. That's a good way of making caps elegant. And originally, Roman capitals were letter spaced pretty generously. You're going to have to probably add more letter space than that. But here's what I was suggesting. And you might consider using a completely different typeface there, even a script font to break it up. And then, some discreetly somewhere, some just contact information. And, it really doesn't have to be much larger than that. Even smaller, probably. Things look small on the screen, so you might consider printing your print ad out once or twice. It's expensive, I know, to use up ink. That will give you a better idea about margins, positioning, scale of typography, which is really important. Just a consideration there. And let's see if I can get rid of this without getting rid of the logo. No, I can't. Anyway, I do see that you have everything on layers, so your file structure looks great. And other than, linking rather than embedding, your file looks good. Now, about embedding files. Oscar, I'm going to go up under File. I'm in Illustrator, File, Place, and fish around for something. Hope I can find something quickly. Okay, so I went ahead and downloaded your ample file. It's almost 200 megabytes. Or actually, it's over 200 megabytes. So it takes a while. Embedding it would have made a large Illustrator file, but you can see how it would have made it portable. And so I'll have to wait a few more minutes till this downloads. Okay, Paul. Now here's where you have to be careful. In the Adobe Illustrator interface, here is these little boxes down here. You want to make sure that this is not checked, okay? Because if it's checked, it won't embed, it will link as you have done. Sometimes it's necessary to do that, especially if you have huge files, or if large files are kept on one server and then the Illustrator document is originating from another place. But for our purposes, just make sure that your images are embedded rather than linked. So this box needs to remain unlinked. And then go ahead and hit place. And that's the way to get your image embedded. Okay. So I'll leave it here. Good ingredients, watch your silhouette. I look forward to seeing your web banner.